Thanks for staying with us here on TV5 News at 9. Michigan State University's IMPART Alliance is working to elevate and expand Michigan's direct care workforce. They do so by providing free, high-quality training that helps launch people's meaningful careers, supporting older adults and those with disabilities. Calling in this morning to tell us more, we have Bethany Dizer. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Bethany, for those unfamiliar with your field, what exactly does a direct care worker do, and why is the role so critical in our communities?
Thanks. And it may be a term not everyone is familiar with. And here at IMPART Alliance, we envision the term direct care worker to be an umbrella that really represents all the professionals who provide essential long-term supports and services to older adults and people with disabilities. So they provide a lot of hands-on assistance with personal care, like getting dressed or taking a shower or bath, daily household tasks like cooking, cleaning, shopping, and also any kind of community engagement activity that someone would want to participate in. So direct care workers are really important in helping people to achieve their highest level of independence and greatest quality of life. Direct care workers work everywhere. They work in individuals' private homes in the community. They work in long-term care, residential, assisted living, group home settings. Direct care workers go by a lot of different names, and this is a non-exhaustive list. So you may have met someone who's a home health aide, a certified nursing assistant, hospice aide, personal care assistant, companion, or a self-directed home care worker. So all of those individuals, they're direct care workers, and they play a really critical role in supporting older adults, people with disabilities to live the best lives that they can and choose in the settings and locations where they choose to live.
And they definitely deserve their credit, of course. What would you say makes direct care work a fulfilling or meaningful career, especially for someone who maybe hasn't considered it before?
Yeah, so because the types of services that direct care workers provide are those everyday, day-to-day activities of daily living and instrumental activities of daily living, you have the opportunity as a direct care worker to impact someone's life every day. And when I talk to direct care workers, they tell me how much they value really building trusted relationships with individuals and their families. So this is a job all about assisting people to live life, right? And every shift, every day is an opportunity to make a difference in someone's life when you're a direct care worker.
I love that. How is IMPART Alliance helping to change the perception of direct care work and elevate it as a respected profession?
So we know when someone goes and meets someone or goes to their home and says, "Hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm a direct care worker," that title, direct care worker, is doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? It needs to tell that person, I'm knowledgeable, I'm capable, and I'm accountable for doing this job with the highest level of excellence. And at IMPART Alliance, we really want to make sure that we're professionalizing that role. And to do that, we're establishing standards for competencies across job types. We want to make sure we're delivering the highest possible quality education and training programs. We're developing industry-accepted credentials. And we're working hard with a lot of organizations and employers to ensure that there are career pathways that recognize these professional criteria, right? So my job at IMPART Alliance, I spend most of my time delivering high quality education and training to direct care workers across the state in like a really standardized statewide model. And it is all based on 15 standardized competency statements that came from an advisory group of direct care workers and other organizations that are involved in this work.
Well, you've started to touch on this already, but tell us what kinds of training or support do participants receive through this program, and how does it prepare them for success on the job?
So we offer a really flexible training program that teaches all the skills and knowledge direct care workers need to be able to provide great supports and services. Our training has 4 stackable levels that really start with the very fundamentals. And they're delivered live by certified trainers. And we use a virtual hybrid schedule. So we have online live sessions with trainers through a platform like Zoom. And then we also have in-person training sessions that include some of those hands-on skills that you really need to practice as a direct care worker. And in addition to what you need to know and how to do it, we also realize that there are some characteristics of direct care workers that really lead to success in training as well as career and in those interactions that you have with individuals providing care. And so we really want to make sure that we're highlighting and focusing on practicing and demonstrating those things like communication, collaboration, integrity, leadership, and person-centered thinking. And we use a person-centered framework for all of our education and training. And person-centered thinking just means the belief that an individual is the expert in their own life and that their preferences, goals, and values should be honored in everything that you do and every decision that they make.
Definitely, and all of that is so critical to making sure they succeed, of course. With thousands of new direct care positions projected to be needed in Michigan, what would you say to someone who is considering a career change or entering the workforce for the first time? What would you say to them?
First, I'd say, what a great opportunity, right? This is one of the fastest growing professions in the fastest growing sector in our country. And there are so many different job titles, settings, and individuals that you could be working with as a direct care worker that it's definitely a field worth exploring. You know, I get asked all the time, is this a healthcare job, a social services job, a community service job? And I just want to say yes, yes, yes to all of the above, right? Direct care workers support the whole person. So just as our lives have so many different important elements, so do the roles for direct care workers. So whatever interests or aptitudes you may have, there could be a direct care worker job that's great for you, right? And I think the same goes with this concept of career pathways. So often we think of direct care work as maybe this one type of job that someone may or may not be interested in. But I meet professionals from all different disciplines that started their careers as direct care workers. I've been a nurse for many years, and I certainly know a lot of nurses who started out as direct care workers, but also physicians, social workers, physical therapists, special education teachers. And they really got interested in these fields because of their experience in direct care work. On the other hand, I know a ton of people who've stayed in direct care work their entire careers and have really advanced through roles like management, administration, and in settings like residential long-term care because they started out as a direct care worker. So I think if you've met one direct care worker, you've met one direct care worker, and it's a great time to look at all the different available jobs, all the different career pathways, and really look at what are your interests and your priorities.
And obviously, you've got to be a people person, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this role, you need to be able to connect with individuals, build those trusted relationships. This career offers a lot of meaning to people. And I think that they find that meaning in developing those personal relationships. So if you're in a job where you're not getting the satisfaction of seeing your impact on someone's day-to-day life, and you're not connecting with your community, with families, and the people that you work closely with, direct care work will really afford you that opportunity every single day, for sure.
Well, Bethany, you have given us such great insight into direct care work, and I'm sure inspired many of our viewers watching this morning. So thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course, you can always find more information on our website as well. Just go to the hot link section of WNEM.com. We'll be right back.